In the year 2017, there is a story that was responsible for ruining Roman Reigns' career and getting him the most hate. It's none other than the story of the match between Roman Reigns and The Undertaker at WrestleMania 33. After his loss at WrestleMania 30, The Undertaker had not known defeat again at WrestleMania. But at WrestleMania 33, it was Roman Reigns defeating The Undertaker that started Roman's hardships and made Undertaker's retirement official. So, how did the feud between The Undertaker and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 33 come about? How did their match happen? What happened in this match? What happened on the Raw episode after the match? How did Roman Reigns get so many haters? These are all the things we are going to look at in today's video. Welcome to Wrestling Buffet. If you haven't liked this video yet, please be sure to like it. A few weeks before WrestleMania 33, on an episode of Raw, at this time, WWE was in the middle of a feud between Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. In this episode, we first see Roman Reigns backstage. The interviewer came and said, "Braun Strowman has challenged you. He has asked you to come to the ring. So what are you going to do today?" To which Roman replied, "I'm not doing anything. I'm just going straight to the ring. You'll see the rest for yourself." That's how Roman spoke. Then, the ring was shown. Braun Strowman is in the ring. Braun Strowman stood in the ring and challenged Roman Reigns. He called out Roman Reigns to come to the ring. We heard Roman's music. It was the old Shield music. But halfway through the music, it stopped, and instead, we heard The Undertaker's gong music. No one expected The Undertaker to return for WrestleMania 33. Therefore, it was a surprise for all the fans. As soon as The Undertaker came to the ring, Braun Strowman looked at him, but there was no conversation between them. Strowman was seen leaving the ring. Then The Undertaker stood in the ring, looked at all the fans, and just as he was about to leave the ring, Roman Reigns' entrance music started playing. During this time, all we heard from the fans were chants of "Undertaker, Undertaker." Roman came and said, "Braun Strowman didn't call you out, dead man. Braun Strowman called me out. With all due respect, I'm telling you, this is my yard now, not yours." As soon as he said this, The Undertaker looked at the WrestleMania logo. After looking at it, without saying a word, he grabbed Roman Reigns and there it is, a chokeslam. Then, after getting out of the ring, The Undertaker again pointed at Roman Reigns and the WrestleMania logo. Then he gave a signal. A big signal. And so, WWE confirmed the match between Roman Reigns and The Undertaker for WrestleMania 33. On the next week's episode of Raw, Roman Reigns was the first to come out. He said last week all these things happened, but I didn't come here to talk about that. I came here to call out The Undertaker. So, dead man, please come to the stage. That's how Roman called out The Undertaker. But it wasn't The Undertaker who came. It was one of The Undertaker's biggest WrestleMania rivals, Shawn Michaels. Roman told Shawn Michaels, "I didn't call you, I called The Undertaker. He's the one I want." Then Shawn Michaels gave some advice to Roman. "He won't be like you see him at WrestleMania. When he comes, Undertaker will change into a person who will eat you alive. So, you should go there with fear." But Roman, very bravely, said, "Everyone asks me how I will feel when I compete against The Undertaker at WrestleMania, and if I'll be scared. But let me ask you back, The Undertaker is going to compete against Roman Reigns. That is the biggest danger." Shawn Michaels came and said, "I didn't come here to fight you or stand against you. I'm on your side. I was just like you years ago. I competed against The Undertaker. But what I lost that day was my career itself." Then Roman again told Shawn Michaels, "I say this with respect. The Undertaker ended your career. Now it's my turn to end The Undertaker's career. And I will do it at WrestleMania 33. That's what Roman said. Then we saw Roman leaving the ring. He went up the entrance ramp and turned to look back at Shawn Michaels. And there it is, a single push by Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman attacked Roman. Roman was thrown to a corner and fell. So, on the next week's episode of Raw, there was a match between Braun Strowman and Roman. During that match, when Braun Strowman came to attack Roman with the steel steps, Roman knocked the steel steps away with a Superman punch. After that, he gave another Superman punch. When he went to give the next Superman punch, Braun Strowman caught Roman's hand. But Roman didn't fall. Roman came again, and there it is, a Superman punch, and then he waits in a corner to deliver a spear. But then, the death bell tolls. Braun Strowman was in one corner, and Roman Reigns was in another. The Undertaker came in between both of them. Then he delivered a huge chokeslam to Braun Strowman. As Braun Strowman fell to the ringside, The Undertaker turned. And there it is, a spear by Roman Reigns. But it didn't end there. After the match, when Roman was standing on the entrance ramp, he turned back and saw The Undertaker getting up. On the next week's episode of Raw, backstage, the interviewer asked Roman, "What do you have to say about the WrestleMania match, about your and The Undertaker's feud?" Roman said, "I don't believe in the dead man, but he is a good fighter. So my biggest goal is to fight him and defeat him. I will go to any extent for that." That's how Roman Reigns spoke. Later, Roman came to the ring and said, "I won the 2015 Royal Rumble. After that, I main event the next 2 WrestleManias. So I thought that was the biggest moment of my career. But no, it's this year's WrestleMania. Because in this year's WrestleMania, I am going to compete against the owner of the WrestleMania streak, The Undertaker. No matter what anyone says, I don't care. This is my time. Every single one of you sitting here are my fans. My crowd. This is my yard," Roman shouted. Just then, a video of The Undertaker played on the screen. The Undertaker said, "Roman, that is not your yard. It is my yard, which means it's my place. Do you want to know where your place is? It's right here." And he showed a grave he was digging. "At WrestleMania 33, I will have built your tombstone," The Undertaker said on the screen, challenging Roman. From there, the screen cut, and the lights went off. We heard The Undertaker's music again. The Undertaker is now standing in the ring, face to face with Roman Reigns. "At WrestleMania, you will rest in peace," The Undertaker announced. Then, using his magical power, he turned off the lights and went backstage. So WrestleMania 33 arrived. It was a no-holds-barred match between Roman Reigns and The Undertaker. That means it's a no disqualification match. You can use anything, you can do anything in this match. That was the rule. So the match began. After some time, The Undertaker chokeslammed Roman Reigns onto the announcer's table. After that, Roman Reigns speared The Undertaker. Both of them were competing neck and neck in that match. Of The Undertaker's last WrestleMania matches, the one I felt was the best quality match, was this one against Roman Reigns. After a little more time, The Undertaker comes from outside with a chair. He beats Roman to a pulp. He chokeslams Roman onto the chair. But even after pinning him, Roman Reigns didn't lose. He does a tombstone piledriver, and still, Roman Reigns didn't lose. After that, Roman hit The Undertaker with 2 Superman punches. But The Undertaker didn't lose. Later, Roman got his hands on that chair. Roman Reigns beats The Undertaker badly with the chair. Then he speared The Undertaker, but The Undertaker didn't lose. Roman Reigns couldn't believe it. He was supposed to have defeated him already. He couldn't understand why he wasn't defeated. He waited again and delivered a massive spear. Even with that, The Undertaker didn't lose. We heard all the fans cheering for The Undertaker. Later, Roman hit a Superman punch and waited for the next one. The Undertaker tried to do his sudden sit-up move, but he couldn't do it. His age was holding him back. So The Undertaker fell back in the ring. Finally, Roman ran and delivered a massive spear from over the ropes. With that, The Undertaker lost the match. Roman Reigns won that match and became one of only 2 people to defeat The Undertaker at WrestleMania. After the match, Roman Reigns immediately went backstage. Then The Undertaker took his coat and hat, looked at all the fans, and then placed his coat and hat in the middle of the ring and walked towards the backstage. When he reached the entrance ramp, The Undertaker did his iconic turn and look. With that, The Undertaker's wrestling career came to an end. But the problem wasn't any of this. Throughout this match, Roman Reigns hit The Undertaker with a chair, and because he treated The Undertaker so cruelly, all the fans were very angry with Roman. Also, by saying this isn't The Undertaker's area, this is my area, this is my yard, Roman Reigns had really provoked The Undertaker's fans. Because of that, on the next Raw episode, when Roman came out, all the chants were for The Undertaker. Roman couldn't even speak a single word. We have to understand how much fan support The Undertaker had. Whenever Roman tried to say something, we saw the fans booing. For about 8 or 9 minutes, Roman stood in the ring. Then, finally, he took the mic and said, "This is my yard now," and left. "This is my yard now," is what Roman said before he left. Fans already didn't like Roman Reigns. At that time, when Roman said something like this, everyone would only feel hatred for him. That was the hatred that was created there. With that, Roman Reigns' career became very bad. Later, he became very cool in 2020 when he brought the Tribal Chief character, which is how his career was saved, and how Roman Reigns became one of the best stars in WWE. So, if you have any memories of this match, don't forget to comment below the video. Next week, I will come with another great story of another star. Until then, bye guys.